Welcome to Essential Think. This video will focus on showing you the 7 major signs your partner is losing interest in you. So let's jump right in. The feeling that your partner or your loved one is shying away from you in a relationship can be a very painful experience, and it can cause some of your personal insecurities and fears to surface. You might simply start sensing that something is not right with your partner. Maybe you've noticed that the warmth and interest between the two of you has changed, and not in a good way. Yes, your partner is physically still with you, but you can't keep yourself from thinking that they are emotionally somewhere far away from you, and you simply cannot reach them anymore. Becoming cold or distant is our defense mechanism in a situation where we don't know how or simply don't want to express our true feelings. If you ever notice this happening in your own relationship, restrain yourself from making hasty conclusions and just approach the issue in a direct way by asking your partner what is going on. It could be that there is some other reason your partner is distancing, and an honest, understanding conversation is a step in the right direction. But if you put your instinct and assumptions aside for a moment, you're probably wondering what are some other real signals your partner might be emotionally moving away from you. Here are 7 key signs your partner is losing interest in you. Sign number 1. They are not sharing details with you. If you're in a healthy relationship, your partner will be naturally interested and invested in your life and vice versa, not only when it comes to big things in life, but also small everyday things and details. Your partner might send you a text asking how's your day going if they know you're having a difficult day at work, or phone to tell you that they're bringing home some pizza for dinner. This is what partners who are really engaged in a relationship do. On the other hand, a partner whose interest in you is fading might not remember or care enough to contact you about these little things. When a partner stops being interested in the small things happening in your life and the everyday events you used to share, that can be an indication of them losing interest and you growing apart as a couple. Sign number 2. They avoid connecting with you. Talking openly with your partner about the things you expect from your relationship should be a fairly normal thing. No one can know in advance what the other person's needs and wishes are. However, if you sense that you're the one always asking your partner for simple things, like their time or attention or love, and they don't seem to respond to your desires, you might be in a situation where your partner is deciding to pull out of your relationship. If you feel that you need to request things like attention or empathy from your partner, then it's highly likely your partner is losing interest. In healthy relationships, your effort to gain some interest or support from your partner is met with a positive response. On the other hand, when relationships become uneasy and tense, these efforts to connect are often ignored. Sign number 3. They stop responding to your messages and calls. Yes, we live in a busy world, and depending on our obligations, we can't always find time to immediately respond to a text message. But if you notice that your partner has suddenly become very hard to reach, it might just mean that they're trying to distance themselves from you. Sometimes people move away from you in ways that are difficult to notice, and the way in which they answer or not answer your calls and messages might be a good indication of them losing interest in you. This behavior is often followed by excuses that they are too busy or that they had too much work and somehow forgot to get back to you. Of course, some of these excuses can be legitimate, and sometimes you need to trust your partner. But if you start seeing this as a frequent pattern in their behavior, consider it as a warning sign. Responding to someone often takes only a moment or a few seconds of your time, so the excuse of being too busy to answer should be taken with a grain of salt. Sign number 4. You don't argue anymore. This might sound counterintuitive right away, but actually fighting with your partner might be a symptom of other problems in your relationship and not a sign of someone losing interest in you. Having respectful arguments is a part of any healthy relationship, as long as things are kept from going overboard. But if you find yourself in a situation where your partner doesn't even have the motivation to argue with you anymore, that is a strong sign they might not be interested in the relationship anymore. Arguing and fighting is certainly not a fruitful element of any relationship, but it does require some effort and energy from both you and your partner. You argue because you care about something. When you stop fighting, this can mean that the energy and enthusiasm are gone. You might have had disputes about which movie to watch on a Sunday night, and now your partner doesn't even notice or mention it anymore. If they're not trying to improve or change anything in your relationship, it might be a signal that their interest in you is fading. Sign number 5. They stop caring about your friends and family. People who are close to your heart and important to you should also have some significance to your partner, at least as something that is meaningful to you and you being their loved one. Of course, not everyone should be crazy about your relatives and childhood friends, but a caring and loving partner shouldn't have a problem with spending time with people you care about if they know this means a lot to you. The same as mentioned before, if you know that your partner was once dedicated to your connection with your family or friends and is now avoiding them and shying away from communicating with them entirely, it could mean that they are fed up with your relationship. Loving someone and caring for someone means that you're ready to make some little sacrifices, like having lunch with your slightly annoying uncle or having a picnic with your partner's old friends. If this kind of effort is no longer present in your relationship, then you should probably take notice. Sign number 6. Your physical connection is gone. When you start dating someone new, it is perfectly normal to have a strong physical connection, hugging each other, holding hands, and so on. This fresh passion is a sign of an enthusiastic new relationship. The amount of this bodily closeness is supposed to weaken over time, which is common, but if your touches, kisses, and sexual connection begin disappearing, it could mean that your partner is moving away from you. Physical affection is directly connected to your partner's interest in you, and when the touches and hugs begin disappearing from your everyday life, or you suddenly feel there is a shift in your partner's physical intimacy when you're together, this might be a hint that they're not interested in you as they were before. And sign number 7. You don't feel important anymore. Being in a healthy, functioning relationship means that, on the whole, you and your partner should put each other's needs and desires first, apart from exceptional situations like a big workload or some deadline that needs to be met or taking care of kids, etc. Whatever the case might be, you should feel supported by your partner and provide support for them in return. If your partner is spending the majority of their time and passion on their friends, their work, or some additional hobby without finding time for you and your relationship, that might be a symptom of their lack of interest. We all need to feel as an integral part of our partner's life, and when this isn't the case, maybe it's time for us to take a step back and reevaluate our relationship. Also, if you feel like it's always you who has to organize an activity or plan how you're gonna spend time together, think about what that might mean. If you keep proposing activities and initiating communication on this topic, and your partner frequently cancels your plans to spend time together, this means you're lacking mutual interest, but also not putting the same effort into maintaining your relationship. So you might have recognized some of these or even all of these signs in your own relationship, and you're wondering what to do next. Now, this is a topic for a whole new video, but there are some main pointers you can follow if you ever find yourself in this situation. First of all, you need to talk to your partner. It can be uneasy, but it is of utmost importance for your relationship that you get to the bottom of your issues and make sure you're both honest with each other. If you feel like you're not important to your partner anymore, a genuine, open discussion about your needs and expectations is necessary. All relationships go through ups and downs, and you should always try to resolve your issues if you think your relationship is worth saving. However, if your partner is not willing to cooperate with you and is refusing to recognize your needs, then you should consider getting out of such a relationship. Take a step back, let your partner know what you think and how you feel. Everyone deserves appreciation and love from their partner, and you should not settle for anything less than that. We have reached the end of this video, and I honestly hope you found some valuable information in it. If that's the case, please take a few seconds to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell for new videos that come out. Thank you so much for watching, take care, and see you next time.